What is up, YouTube? 800 sub Q&A. Stay tuned for some retro goodness, some retro questions, some other questions, and of course, this beautiful mug from Iowa, Iowa Retro Gamer, Dad. On the way to 1,000 subs now, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, we are back, homies. What is up? What is on? What is naked? Not me. Thank God, right? Alright, yeah, I'm just jazzed, guys. I'm just freaking pumped. This is amazing. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm all hopped up on caffeine, and we are just gonna have some fun with these questions, guys. I got done with the gym. I recorded another video, and I'm here for more. So what we're basically going to do is I had these questions off to the side here, and I made a Q&A about less than a week ago, and I didn't want to take too long to do this because I only have a short amount of time to do this video before I am going to be too busy for a while to do any videos. So I had the comments over here. I'm just going to freaking go through them. Let me see if I can pull up. I think I should have other options here. Reaction videos. Here we go. Now let me just throw it up the browser capture. There we go. Alright. Now you can see my beautiful face down here, and we will personally go through every one of these questions and answer them as best as I can. Now once again, guys, you can see mostly here. Let me move this. Oh, not that. I am not prepared. I am not a good Boy Scout. I would not make a good Boy Scout, everybody. So let me put myself up here. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. So I'm going to personally go through every one of these questions and answer them as honest as I can. I'm not prepared beforehand, so we will just go on the fly. Like I said, honesty is what I built about this channel. I try not to do a bunch of editing. I just try and do me. So we're going to answer as best I can and go from there, guys. Once again, everybody that you see commenting that asked me a question, please make sure you go check out their channel as soon as we are done with this video, guys. So let's jump right into the first question that I have on the bottom here. Omega Ace Gaming, he asked, congratulations on hitting 800 Iowa. What is your favorite obscure NES game? Oh man, so I'm not gonna lie, I did think about this one ahead of time just because my vocabulary isn't the best, so I was trying to figure out what exactly would be occupied as obscure. So, growing up, I know it's kind of a popular game and it's not Christmas, but Kung Fu on the NES was probably one of my favorite obscure games on there. I mean, at first it starts off pretty normal, you know. You got a guy going left, he's punching, he's kicking, he's fighting normal people. Nothing too fancy, you know. He gets at the end of the first level, a guy's got like kendo or a sword, but you beat him. But when you get to the second level, that's when stuff starts to get freaking weird, man. It gets very obscure, it gets very crazy. You got freaking balls that drop from the air and hit the ground, and little reptiles are dragons that happen to go through there. You've got little balls that come down and hover and then blow up and throw stuff away. And you just start, sooner or later you start getting the tumblers, little tiny midget looking guys. I don't even know how to, they're little guys on there that will sometimes every once in a while jump and tumble over you. And then, you know, it just gets weird from then on. So I would have to say Kung Fu is probably one of my more favorite of the obscure NES games. I'm also a big fan of American Gladiators on the NES. That was kind of a fun game too. That's kind of weird that not a lot of people know about. Alright, so Camus, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, plays. Great channel. I love watching his gameplay and his streams when I'm busy at work. My My question is, what is the worst game you've ever played? Oh man. I mean, I can go the easy way out. E.T. was horrible. I have played that on an Atari. Another obscure one is, or not obscure. Another one, worst one I played is Superman. Not only 64, but Superman Returns. I think it was on the Xbox 360. Is pretty bad. I'm trying to think, man. There's been a lot of pretty ridiculous, horrible games I played in the past that I couldn't even fire up. I know there's a few definitely on the NES that I turned on and then I played for 5 seconds and I just went nope and I shut it off. But probably one of the worst games. I don't know, man. I'm looking over here. Okay, I got it. Worst game I probably ever played is Christmas back when the PlayStation first came out, and the Spice Girls were making it big, man. Huge, huge, huge. They were, so big. Well, they made a Spice World movie, and to come along with that, they made a Spice World video game for the Sony PlayStation. Now, my sister wanted this for Christmas so she can also play games with me, and she was a big Spice Girl fan. So we got that, we put it on, and even she thought it was crap. It was some weird rhythm game, kind of like a dumbed down version of Papa the Rapper. And it was just horrible, horrible, horrible game. So I'd have to say one of the worst games I have ever played was Spice World on the PlayStation. Alright, let's go up to the next question here. We got Goal Pain. Congrats on 80 subs. Question, what's your favorite type of video to make for YouTube? Thanks. So probably one of my favorite videos to make for YouTube is videos like this. Interacting more with the community. And just trying to be doing positive, fun stuff like this. Like I said, the retro community is my favorite. I never have too much bad stuff to say about anybody on here, except for the people that purposely stir up drama just to get more views. I'm not a big fan of them, and I will unsubscribe if I start seeing that. But I try to stay positive. I try and stay optimistic on here. And my favorite kind of videos is to do stuff like this. Where I ask questions or I just talk about how awesome you guys are, basically. Otherwise, my favorite videos are like one of my favorite videos I did last year was when we're doing it again this year. Sorry, this is kind of a plug for it, but the Christmas toy run, filming while we were doing that, taking pictures of it, and doing kind of just fun little put-togethers like that. And I just thought about this too. One of my favorite types of videos also to do is basically gaming or anime music videos. I know I haven't really done too many on this channel yet. I'm hoping to do more in the future. They don't get very much views at all, but they're fun to do. I like cutting and trying to line up music with whatever the anime or gaming video is doing. So those are another one of my favorite videos to do because I love music and I love trying to interact stuff with the music that's already in play. So yep, anything to do with community and gaming music videos and stuff like that. So thank you for that question, Goal. Super Mega Retro Dudes said congrats. Thank you guys for commenting. More Train says congratulations, brother. 1K coming soon. Can't wait to see you cross that threshold. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that, Jeremy. I always enjoy seeing what you do. And say next hashtag Retro Gaming Community. Exactly, my brother. That's how we go. Now, Bane, one of the OGs of the channel, man. I remember when I started going over to Twitch to stream more. He came right over with me, and there was many nights where he sat there and hung out with me while nobody else was watching and chatted with me. So that was really cool. Thank you, Bane. Some questions he has is, what game you want to play / finish but never had the chance to play / finish? This was one I've thought about before too. And I've actually started streaming it more on my channel, and I have not been able to get time to play it more. But I've always wanted to finish Ocarina of Time. It's been a hard game to keep going with ever since I was a kid. I always kind of start getting in it. I get through till about the forest or a fire temple, and then I just kind of lose interest and give up. But yeah, that was kind of something... yeah, I would think about down the road as wanting to finish that game. I also... There's a few games like Power Stone 2 on Dreamcast I've been wanting to play. I do have a lot of these actually on my RetroPie, but I haven't gotten any free time to get around to playing them. I do want to give... No, it's been many years since I've actually tried to play through Mario 64. Otherwise... Oh, and then like Chrono Cross. That's another one on PlayStation now I want to play through. So there's many. This is hard. But if I had to pick one, I definitely want to finish Ocarina of Time. And what game do I want to play? There's been a few on VR that I saw that are really cool too. So I mean I could talk. I could do a whole another video games on another video on games I want to play. All right, if you had to pick which console do you want to have a classic SAS mini edition? So I have the NES, I have the SNES Classic, I already have the PlayStation Classic, which would, I would actually like to have a mini PlayStation Classic with more games on it than what they did, and better games, because they kind of really, shot the turd on the ground with that one. There's some of the games on there are pretty cool, but they could have got a lot better ones. But if I had to go with any, you know, and I think an N64 one, if Nintendo can get Rare to sign on, they can get some like GoldenEye and stuff on there. I think that'd be really cool too. But like I said, it's kind of hard to get something going. I think it will be nice down the road if they could somehow put together a Dreamcast Mini. That'd be really cool if we can get like Power Stone and stuff on there. Or, you know, it would really be cool to see a original Xbox Mini. With Halo and everything on there, you know, Jade Empire, Fusion Frenzy, stuff like that, and just have like a mini Xbox, because you know how gigantic they were. Just having a mini Xbox would be really sweet. Who is your favorite Pokemon? God dang, man, hit me. This is probably one of the dang hardest questions on here. It depends, man. I know my favorite starter Pokemon is Charmander. I always liked fire types. I'd have to go with like Charizard or something. Not to take, you know, like people just being like, oh, he doesn't know any Pokemon. But I'm one of the original OGs on Pokemon. I only really played through Red, Blue, and Yellow, and I think I beat Gold once. But I was one of the OGs on the Pokemon games, so I'd have to go with, yeah, Charizard is probably my favorite Pokemon. Thanks, Bane, for those questions. Yeah, random's good. Random's out of the order. And Retro Reminiscence is here. So congratulations, bro. So high for you. You definitely deserve this more. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you saying that. What is your favorite YouTube channel to watch? You know, it really depends on what I'm in the mood for and what I have been in the mood for. I know, I'm trying to think. I'm a big fan of Game Grumps. Danny and Aaron just make me laugh I laugh my ass off every time I watch them playing. They're so funny, and just the way that they play and commentary, and it's just such a great channel. You know, and usually every Thursday I try to tune in to Pixel Game Squad. They're another big channel that I like. You know, good family fun. I can watch it around my kids, and I don't have to worry, you know, exactly that they're gonna say something naughty or swear or something. I can watch it around my kids. And you know, of course, another channel that I really love, I actually got an autograph back here from him, and it's LA Beast. Such a great guy Kevin is, and you know, it's fun watching him do different challenges, and you know, his channel is built on him doing stuff that he loves and wants to do, and you know, not, you know, trying to do whatever's popular thing. I like some of his less popular videos, like his metal detecting and some of the other stuff he does, like going to he went to where they film where they film Dirty Dancing at, and some of those videos are actually some of my favorite to watch. So I mean, LA Beast would be another one of my favorite channels to watch. What is your favorite movie from the 90s? Jesus Christ. There's too many, man. I can tell you right off the top of my head, one of the first ones that popped in my head when I read this was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2, Secret of the Ooze. I'm not even exactly sure when that came out. Yeah, 91. I would have to say that Secret of the Ooze is definitely one of my favorite movies. I could pop that in every few years. And growing up, I remember having the video itself and just almost wearing it out at the VHS. I'm not exactly sure. I got another one is Indiana Jones. That's true. Oh, that was just missed that one, but that was another favorite one. And yeah, so I'd have to say Secret of the Ooze was one of my favorite movies from the 90s. How much of your collection do you actually play? Probably 1%, man. I don't get enough time to game. I've been trying to focus more on making content lately, and I backed off a little bit from the streaming because I was streaming a lot for a while there. But God, if I had to choose something, I would say 1%, man. I do not play enough of my games, and that's why in my past video I've been talking about selling a lot of it, just because I just don't play enough of it, and I would like to sell the stuff and actually get stuff I want. Like I got a new pickup and stuff like that. So I've been keeping stuff that means something to me and getting rid of stuff that just is just here. Yeah, if you could add one thing in your collection, what would it be? I know one thing would be I would like to have a big MAME cabinet or something like that, an arcade cabinet with a, you know, hooked up with a RetroPie that had a bunch of arcade games on it. I think that would be really cool. This is hard, man. I don't really search for too much. I would like to just have I don't know. It's really hard. I don't have anything. I don't have like a holy grail or anything that I'm always searching for. I'm just happy to get what I get sometimes. So I mean, it'd be nice to have a big arcade cabinet. Maybe an original, in great shape arcade cabinet from when I was a kid, like a nice Street Fighter 2 one or something like that. If you could take back something you bought for your collection now, if you could take something you bought for your collection and now regret, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, if I bought something that for my collection and now I regret having it, there's not really much, because if I buy something and I don't want it anymore, I sell it. So there's been some few things in the past that I've spent way too much money on that I wish I didn't, and I lost out on. But otherwise, I mean, a lot of the stuff that's in my collection, I wanted at some point. But I have wasted a lot of money on common games in the past and just regretted paying that much for them, and then ended up selling them and losing money. So I mean, I'm sorry, it's just not working my brain for this question. Name a channel you love but isn't getting the exposure it deserves. So it's kind of funny that, you know, Sean comments this, because I think his channel needs to get a lot more recognition. He does a very good job. He's got a very great channel, and I love seeing his NES wall behind him, and he's such a charismatic, very energetic, great content, and he's very knowledgeable about a lot of the stuff. When I was watching him watch part of it on Super Mega Retro Dudes, when he did his interview, you know, they could talk, they could throw any kind of question about anything to him, and he was very knowledgeable about it. So I think Sean's channel, Retro Reminiscence, deserves a lot more exposure than it gets. And yeah, he's a very great guy and has a very awesome channel. If you could keep one item from your collection, what would it be? So honestly, the one thing, if I had to get rid of everything, the one thing I'd want to hold on to would probably be my Nintendo, because it's my Nintendo from when I was a kid. I have it dust covered. I did replace the 72 pin in it because the one I had was shot completely. The pins were just worn through. So I mean, it's not completely all original, and I did put a new door on it because from when I was a kid I broke the door. But the NES that I have covered up and stuff like that, that is my original NES from when I was a kid. And that'd probably be one of the things in my collection that I would definitely keep, and if I had to get rid of everything. So thank you for all the questions there, Sean. That was a good one. Mullen Dane Designs Sorry, buddy, if I said that wrong. When did you start collecting games? I started probably about... let's see, we've been living in this house almost 3 years. I probably started collecting video games about 4 years ago now. And when I started collecting it was because my buddy inherited a big storage compartment thing, and it had a bunch of video games and stuff in there. So he was talking about how cool it was and stuff, and then we started watching channels like Metal Jesus Rocks and everything. So now I was like, I'm gonna dig out my old NES. So I started digging out my old video games from when I was a kid, and then started looking on eBay, and then I started buying all these video games that I wanted from when I was a youth. And yeah, that was kind of fun to get. So I started just grabbing games then, and then, you know, I've been hooked ever since, just trying to something fun to do and collect, because I really had no collecting going on for then. What system do you have the best memories of? Probably a mix between the Super Nintendo and the original PlayStation. Super Nintendo, I didn't have one growing up, but going over to all my buddies' houses, I had a Sega Genesis, but going on all my friends' house and playing their Super Nintendo, you know, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario World, and stuff like that was so fun. I had the best memories, you know, sometimes just thinking about being kids and staying up till 2, 3 in the morning playing Super Mario and stuff like that. That was probably one of my better ones. And same with the PlayStation. I remember getting a PlayStation and everybody having a 64. So I'd go over to I'd bring my PlayStation over to their houses when I would stay at their house and stuff like that, and we'd play Crash and stuff. And then just growing up, you know, staying up late playing like Legends of Legaia, Legaia, I think is how it's pronounced, and Final Fantasy VII. Just sitting there for hours just playing like Final Fantasy VII and stuff. That's probably some of my best memories. Is there a style of game you wish? To come back? I wish turn-based RPGs. I wish they would make a comeback. Everything is kind of turning to live action and just go. I have been kind of impressed that games like XCOM and Gears of War Tactics and stuff like that have been kind of coming out, because those games are I think are kind of fun. The kind of D&D style strategy games. I've been playing Wasteland 3 recently, and those are pretty fun. But I really like the old school turn-based RPGs. I kind of wish those would make a comeback. Alright, that's all from Mono. Thank you, sir. And then next we have Physical Media Man. Congrats, well deserved. Thank you, sir. I know you have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie poster. I do have one. And it's so funny that we were just talking about that earlier, how much Turtles mean. And who is your favorite turtle? Raphael for me. Yes, so I will agree with you there. Most people will pick, you know, like Michelangelo or Leonardo and stuff like that, but Raph was always one of my favorites because he reminded me a lot of myself. Now, I'm not necessarily the toughest person or the biggest person, but I'm very passionate and very, just very emotional about everything, and that's the way Raph was. And I can totally relate so much on the level with him with that. You know, he was so, you know, he just wanted everything to work out, and he was so very just emotional about everything, and that's, I think Raph would be my favorite. I know he like we messed up when Splinter got taken and stuff like that. It's just, I really think Raph is probably my favorite. So that's a great question, man. That was a really good one. Generation Pixel, congrats on the milestone, my buddy. My question is, if you could be a video game character for a day, who would you be, and of course why? Oh, somebody had to ask this question, didn't they? I honestly don't know, man. It would be kind of fun to be Mario, I think. Just to experience some of the stuff that he did, you know, riding around Yoshi, saving the princess, going through all that tunnels and stuff like that. I think it would be really fun to just be Mario for a day. Just getting in all that kind of trouble and stuff. Otherwise, it's thank God nobody asked the one I can relate to the most. That'd be harder. But yeah, I'd have to probably go with Mario. I know it's a pretty simple answer and stuff like that. Sonic would be pretty cool too, just to be that so super fast. and stuff like that. That'd be great. I know I'm copping out. That's like the first thing that popped in my mind. I think it would be really cool to be Mario. Congratulations, dude, on 800. That's awesome. Thank you, Orion. I keep trying to catch up. I know, man. It's some days I do pretty good, but your channel is becoming so amazing. You've really been sticking up, and I need to sit down and watch your full Fallout video. My question is, what's your favorite day-to-day go-to hot sauce that you use regularly? So I'm a big fan of sriracha. There's something about the flavor, but I never used to like it as much. But people put on their pizza and everything. The more I got in the spice, the more I came to enjoy it because it's not very expensive. Plus, you can put it on almost anything. Sriracha is very good hot sauce. Otherwise, I do like your typical Louisiana hot sauce, which is nothing too insane. It's got good flavor and it's got a guy's kick. Otherwise, they do make a ghost pepper hot wing sauce, which it's got a nice kick to it and good flavor. But yeah, those are probably my favorite go-to ones. Otherwise, it also depends on what I'm eating. Eggs, I always just like throwing some Tabasco sauce on there, man. Good question, alright. Get the Greg Games. Congratulations, man. 1K is right around the corner now. Thanks, buddy. Big Game Al. Congratulations on 800 subs. Well deserved, Zach. Thank you, Big Game Al. I really appreciate that. Retro says, heck yeah, man, 800, that's awesome. You get to that magic 1K in no time. And Actual Tom just got to 1,000 subs, so congratulations, buddy. It's come out with great content, thank you. I really appreciate hearing that. My question is to you, what is one game that is completely hyped up that you personally don't care for, both retro and modern? I don't want to say something and really poop on somebody's parade, I know a lot of people get pretty jazzed about Punch-Out on the NES, and I'm not a huge fan of that one. I've tried playing it, and I can't do it. I'm just not a big fan of that one. Oh man, I don't know. There's a lot of games that people say are amazing, and I just can't stand. I know for a modern one, Dark Souls, I can't do it, man. I know it's kind of, get good, but I just cannot. Dark Souls or anything that's too hard like that you gotta play over and over again, I just can't do it, guys. I would definitely have to say Dark Souls is definitely a modern game that a lot of people get hyped about, and I just can't stand. Otherwise, Call of Duty is becoming Fortnite. Fortnite is all hype, and I cannot stand it. I can't play it. I don't like it at all. So I will try and play it though with my kids sometimes, but no. Retro-wise, Punch-Out's kind of one. It's not a bad game, and honestly, I don't hate it or anything. But people talk so much about it, I'm just not a big fan of it. I really wish I could come out with something else, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head retro-wise. Thanks, Tom. That was a good question. And finally, we got my buddy Kevin Kamikaze-kun. Congratulations on hitting 800 subs, buddy. That's one hell of an achievement. My question to you is, which of the 9 Star Wars films is your favorite and why? Ugh. Well, my favorite would have to be Empire Strikes Back. Now, the reason that is my favorite, because of all the other 9, it's kind of a toss-up between that one and Revenge of the Sith. Just because all the emotion in Revenge of the Sith was insane. Seeing Anakin finally turn to Darth Vader and, turn on everybody else, and how the evil prevails, and it's just insane. That's why I love it. But Empire Strikes Back would probably be my favorite because it just has everything. It's got love, it's got action, it's got sci-fi, it's got lightsabers, it's got, father-son drama, it's just, everything about Empire Strikes Back is just amazing, so that's definitely why I would have to pick that one. So we'll just switch back here. So that was all the questions, guys. We're about 30 minutes in. And it's just, I don't know what else to say, guys. It means so much to me that you guys enjoy watching what I have to say, coming back and talking to me, and just the interactions between each other. I know I don't get as many views as a lot of people do. I have 800 subs, and you know, most of my videos might even only get 50 to 60 views, but it is amazing to me that you guys keep coming back, and all the love and inspiration that is just shared in this community. It's amazing. Some of these guys on here that make questions, I've been friends with since the beginning, and you know, meeting people over time for the way this channel has come, it's been so great. And I appreciate every one of you. And if anything today, just thank you guys. I love you all. That's plain and simple. I love having you guys on the channel. I love you having people to interact and connect with, and it feels really great to belong to people. So I might get goofy sometimes. I might try and be weird and strange and stuff, but when it comes down to all this stuff, I just really appreciate having your guys' friendship, and yeah, thank you.